Good afternoon, Quadcopter 101. I don't know if you noticed or not, my subscribers out there, but it's been a few days since I've been flying. If you've noticed a break in the daily videos, it's because California here has been getting hit by back-to-back storms. It's been windy as heck out here for the past week and rainy also at times. Right now it's even still kind of breezy today, but it shouldn't be a problem for this particular quadcopter that I'm going to try to fly today. This is the new X500. It's a very large 500 millimeter quadcopter from propeller to propeller. I believe it's diagonally. It's 500 millimeters. But being a large propeller, being a large quadcopter, this quadcopter is not meant for racing or anything like that. This is strictly a camera quadcopter. The weight of this thing is about close to 3 pounds. I believe it's a little over 2.5 pounds including the battery. So this will definitely require registration with the FAA to fly. In fact, I got my registration number taped inside the canopy right there, just in case this becomes an issue in flight. One thing about this quadcopter that I kind of have an issue with that I didn't particularly like is it's not really made to snap a gimbal, a generic run-of-the-mill gimbal on here without significant modifications to this quadcopter. Apparently the fittings that come with this are intended for the gimbal that comes with the XK and the XK500 or XK380 gimbal, and also I guess it's probably going to be the same for this one too. But it uses kind of a rail gimbal that comes out of the front here that doesn't particularly go with your average gimbal. Now, I don't even think that they sell the fittings or the gimbals or the gimbal holder separately yet, but they will in the near future. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make a modification myself for this thing, a platform that I can attach my generic gimbal to, and I'll include that in a future video. The way I got it rigged up today, as you can see here, is I simply strapped on my TS351 FPV transmitter and my run cam. So what we're going to do with today's flight primarily is FPV flying around the desert here to look at its stability while flying FPV without a gimbal, with just a camera attached without gimbal. So that's what we're going to do. Other things I want to talk about this quadcopter, it more or less operates the same or similarly to the X380. In fact, I believe it uses the exact same transmitter. This is the transmitter that came with it. And also setup and configuration of the what am I saying? The compass is the exact same way you do it for the X380. So, you know, this is pretty much an X380 with extra large engines and an extra large battery. This is a 4S 5500 milliampere hour battery, 14.8 volt, huge battery, very heavy. Now, what I do like about this quadcopter is its modular design. You know, everything is easily accessed. You know, you don't need to use the battery that comes with it. You can throw on any 14.8 volt battery and hopefully this should still work with it. You know, so even bigger batteries with this. Additionally, the way this top pops off very easily, right now I got it strapped on so it's not so easy, but maybe I'll take it off, take the FPV camera off after the flight here to show you how easy it is to get inside of this if you want to make modifications or repairs to the quadcopter. It's very easy to do. So that's enough talk on it. Let's go for a flight of this thing and demonstrate what it can do. This will be the first flight of the X500, so I'm kind of excited. Hope you enjoy this flight. For today's flight, I'm going to be using my VR007 goggles. I don't know if you can see in there or not, but that's what the quadcopter is seeing through the camera. So we do have reception there. We do have GPS lock, and it locks on the same way as the X380 very rapidly within about 20 seconds. Now, as with the X380, this also comes with automatic takeoff. So supposedly all you need to do is press this button down for 2 seconds and it should take to the air automatically. So this is its first flight. Now I'm seeing a little bit of a toilet bowl effect. So what I am going to do is we are going to calibrate its gyros. So I'm going to do a quick landing. I do not like to see toilet bowl effects. I'll show you real quick how to calibrate this thing. Not very hard at all. So you push down like that. Do this flicking of the switch until you get a solid green. With a solid green, do 2 rotations. 1, 2, and a 3rd rotation. Place it down again. Hold the throttle down again and do another 5 clicks until the light goes out. This time, point it down to the ground. We get a red light. And do another little dance. Circle dance. I'm going to do 3 turns. Place it down again. And finalize. Oh, I'm dizzy. By flicking it one more time, wait for that green light to go out and start blinking green again, indicating we have gyro lock. So we should be good to go. Let's take off again. We got a wind blowing that way, that's why it's... Yeah, that seems to be good. Good enough for what I want to do today. Again, the wind's blowing from this direction here. Camera's pointed slightly upward for forward movement. Let me push it out a little bit further. Right about there. Turn it around toward me so I can see myself or see while I'm doing this. And I'm going to be switching to video. We are going to stay relatively close. I'm putting my cap down on the ground. Taking off my shades. Put my goggles on. Get my controls. Turning back outward again. Going up a little bit higher so I don't hit bushes. And heading down the road. Let me make sure I am not in heading lock this time. Last time I flew this, I was in heading lock mode. Now I got a 9 dB antenna on my goggles here. Let me go up a little bit higher. That should help, hopefully help improve distance of flying. Not a 9 dB, 5 dB. Sorry, folks. But you got to keep your head pointed straight up and down. Now, another reason I'm flying horizontal today, folks, and staying low to the ground is because I am using this 5 dB antenna. Because to be able to effectively use this, you got to remain within the plane of the antenna, horizontal plane of the antenna. Go up a little bit higher too. And there's a fork in the road. Okay, I'm losing reception right about there with my 5 dB antenna. Now I hear a jet coming over. They fly over here and he sounds high. He's a good 10,000 feet up. Okay, I'm going to start a little bit of reception. I'm going to climb a little bit higher. Let's see if that helps reception. Yes, that seems to help. That's about it. So, about 300 meters out at this fork in the road here. Let's see if I can go a little further. If I go this way. Tilt my head to try to improve reception. There we go again. Going up a little higher to see if that helps. Where are we at? There we are, way over there. Okay, I'll bring it toward us. Hopefully that'll help. I'll reduce the throttle a bit too, bring it down lower. I don't even hear it. It is us, right? Around double checking, where are we? I am going to hit return to home, folks, because I think I lost my bearing. I can't do that. Where are we? I'm putting my hat on. taking these goggles with me. We're going to walk over this way. I can't understand why we lost reception. Oh, I see it. It's hovering over there. Well, again, I can't understand why we lost reception over there, but let's bring it toward us. Turning. That 5 dB antenna is not very good. Or not. I should have stuck with the normal antenna. See, that's the importance of staying within visual range so you can regain it. But he was way over there. Not exactly where I thought it would be. We're just going to fly this sans FPV. Here it comes. Crabbing in the wind. This is full speed, by the way, folks. It's not a speed demon. Do I get signal again? Yeah, I do. Let's see here. I'm going to switch antennas. I'm going to let that hover right there. And I'm going to change antennas back to the original antenna that comes with this VR007, because this 9 dB doesn't seem to be doing the job. It's still up there. Doing a damn good job of staying up there. This is a long flyer, by the way, folks, and I don't have it weighted down, so it shouldn't be a problem flying it for a good deal today. At least 10 to 15 minutes. Okay. Goggles are back on. Feeling for the transmitter. Fly more time. Or less us. It's quiet. Surprisingly quiet for such a big quadcopter, huh? I'm amazed, actually, how quiet it is. Just surprisingly quiet. Now, how is that designed like that to be that quiet for that big of a quadcopter? Okay, we're losing range or reception on my goggles, starting to get a little bit fuzzy. I'm turning to the left. There's the mountains. Turning to the left toward me. I'm pretty sure I'm flying toward me. There's the road. Okay. What's it doing there? It just stopped. Fly toward me again. You know, I can hear it now. Let's try a return to home. Let me get visual back. I'm going back from the goggles back to visual. I can see it over there. About 100 meters out. I am switching to go home. Let's see if it comes home. Go home has been switched. It's climbing. And it seems to be coming back. Now I took off. I'm going back to my hat here. I took off from one of these rocks. Oh darn, now I can't remember which rock it was. Let's see if it lands. I think it was that rock. We'll see. Or maybe it was that rock. But here it comes back. Now I see that it comes back backwards, just like the X380 flying backwards. I can see the red light on it, meaning it's doing a return to home. Here it comes overhead. Impressive big quadcopter. Impressive performance like the X380. Nice stable landing too. I think I took off from that rock. Oh no, that rock there. So difference in about a meter. It's about a meter off. Let's go back into the air. Let's fly over to the gully, over the top of the gully, to the other side of the gully this time. Automatic takeoff. Let's see. Oh, we're still on return to land, so I gotta come out of that. There we go. Return to land is off. Execute an automatic takeoff again. Wind's coming that direction there, tilted a bit, come out of the wind. Turning into the wind. Going up a little higher. Let it stabilize a bit. And then going outbound. Now we're going to go over the gully. I use this gully to fly my, see it's good getting the gully lift, but to fly my gliders. When the wind blows from that direction like it is today, it gives it an extra oomph of lift. But I'm going over to the other side of the gully. And it appears that that may be the limit of its range right now. I don't know what the deal is here unless my batteries are low. I got good batteries. Let's bring it back in here. Maybe it's because it's kind of low. Let's try that again. We'll go back out again. Going up a little bit higher. If you fly low, you really can't get that extreme range. You got to go up a bit to do such. And flying back in again. One more time. Going back out again. This time I'm going to try to maintain heading. Grabbing with the wind. Going up a little higher too. It's such a big quadcopter, you can see it so far. And coming back. That's about 300 meters out. Turning until it stops moving. Until it goes the other direction, which means it's coming back toward me. Yeah, with this one, you really want to know your orientation techniques just by movement alone. It's coming back. Interesting quadcopter, this big monster. I kind of like it. I like it's quiet. You know, how quiet it is. Let's bring it in close so you can see it again for the remainder of the flight here. Decreasing altitude. The big monster. Now it's kind of loud because I'm really moving fast. Well, that's its top speed, Going out that direction now. Over the desert. Yeah, this one here, you can keep an eye on it for a good distance, amazingly long distance. Surprising how far it can go, and you keep an eye on it. You know, if I tried to do this with the X380, it'd be a little dot. This monster, you can fly way out there and keep an eye on it. I think I'm on over the other side of the other ridge right now. You don't need FPV to explore with this one. You can do it by eyesight alone. Way out there. Okay, coming back. That was about 300 meters out over there, folks. That was on the other side of the ridge line. Wonderful quadcopter. Now, if only they'd come up with a inexpensive attachment for your gimbals, or just for camera attachments, this will be a great quadcopter. That's the only thing I don't like about it. The absence of attachment points for, you know, it comes with these little U-brackets that I'm not quite sure. I guess there's a gimbal mount that uses rods, carbon rods, to attach a gimbal to. You need to get one of those to work with this quadcopter. And even then, I understand, I've seen Dustin Dunn do a review of this. He mentioned that he had to do some modifications just with that mount. Going way out again. Low level flying over the desert. It's a gusty day, breezy day now. It's getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour wind. But yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about it. It's the absence of being able to easily attach the camera to it. You're going to have to strap it on like I did, which isn't the greatest thing. Okay, that's enough video for today to show what it can do. I know this can fly a lot longer than what I'm flying, but okay, let's bring her down low and closer. Okay, let's see you hold your position with this wind. Hold your position. Wind is about 8 knots. Actually, I can measure that wind. Hold on, folks. I'll tell you what the wind is. 10 miles per hour. 11. Gusted to 12. 13 miles per hour. Doing a good job, ain't it? So it's a windy day flyer. The X380 does good in the wind too, though. But so does this. Holding relatively stable in this wind too. Wind's going up and down. Okay, let's bring her in. I'm gonna try to land over on top of that tissue paper there. Let's see the accuracy of my landing in the wind. I better turn it around. Whoa! Careful turning it around. I want to land on top of that tissue paper in this wind. Oh, you know what? I haven't demonstrated headless mode yet. Do I still have battery power? Yeah, I'm still good. Let's go into heading. Here, let's stabilize. Then I'll go into heading lock. Heading lock is on. And it thinks that's the heading lock direction. Was I pointed in that direction? And pulling back. Let's do some pirouettes on it. Okay. Now heading lock, of course, is really for pointing your camera while doing translational flight. Okay, heading lock does work. Going out of heading lock and bringing it back over and trying again one more time to lay it on that tissue paper, which is right there. Okay, move it over, drop it in a bit. Oh, I blew the tissue paper away. I did it. To turn it off, you just hold it down, folks. Don't do, you know, you can manually start the quadcopter by going like that, down and out, for manual takeoffs, if you want. But to turn it off, you just pull down the throttle and stop the throttle. Okay, don't do backing out because it'll try to tilt itself. You bring the throttle down all the way and it'll shut off. Okay, so we should be good there. I am going to disarm it by turning off or unplugging the battery. And hopefully we got a lot of good video today. We'll find out here in post-production. Stopping the camera. Is the camera still recording? Yes, it is. And there we go. We're done. So that was my first flight of the X500. It is a great flyer, great big monster. And the motors are nice and cool. I thought they'd be hot because I just accidentally touched them. But it's a nice monster of a quadcopter. Again, let's take this off like I promised. You know, this just straps off this setup that I made for the FPV. That's the advantage I like of this setup, is I can easily remove it. And well, let's go into details of this. Now this cable for FPV, this FPV cable, this came with it. So I can easily plug it in. Now the cable is both meant for controlling the power to your gimbal and also the power to your FPV system. Now I mentioned that this top canopy pops off easily, and all you do is see these hooks, you just lift it up and there you go. You have access to the innards of this machine. If you want to make changes or modifications or repair on this quadcopter, it is very easy to get in there and do. I don't want to show you my FAA number, which is right under there. I don't need to advertise that on YouTube, but there you go. That's how you do it, folks. Very easy. So, hope you enjoyed this flight. It's Quadcopter 101, signing out.